And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. And we have a treat today, the one, the only, Jason Libertelli.
What's
How
up,
you
Barnes?
doing, bud?
I'm doing great, Barnes. It's great. You know, I love watching you guys during the week, and it's a great opportunity to come on here and be with you guys live and in person.
Oh, yeah. You can't beat it, and I'm sure there'll be more of these. It kind of seems like it's been a Friday thing. Like
Yeah.
Our tradition.
I don't have much going on Friday, so I'll just come hang out with Downtime all day. Why not?
I mean, you can't beat that. Of course, Tony behind the other side of the glass, Michael and Renee
I can hear.
on the couch, Manny and Matthew in the vicinity. What a day it is, honestly.
Yeah, dude, it's frigid outside.
We got it, Tony. We got it.
And Tony's like a jack of all trades over there. He's fixing up audio.
The one thing I'm
producing.
kind of curious, Tony's thoughts on this, because we always talk about him with the cold. Today,
Oh God.
are you enjoying today? In all seriousness,
Honestly, I was out there this morning. To put air in my tire this morning. So I was out there in the cold. Hands a little frigid. I will say the cold. I like the wind though.
Not good,
A
bro.
little piercing on the skin.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
But I was out there. I had my trusty Patagonia on today. I was very warm. My core was warm. I was comfy. I was happy. Breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Air.
But a little different today in terms of what we have to talk about, with the NHL on the break for the All-Star game. We're actually going to do a little NBA, have our Pebble Beach update, of course, some more polls. And that's what I kind of just was thinking of.
Oh boy.
With Jay here, I've been asking Tony to do the poll question, but I feel like now we
fuck
need to
Tony.
No, I'm saying with Jay here, I feel like it'd be a good opportunity to mix it up. So if you would, Jay, we've been doing the polls, like obviously a sports related question.
Give me a example. What have you been doing?
So like today, I actually read you what I did this morning. 1 second, let me just pull it up here.
And this is all on Twitter, right?
It's all on Twitter, and anybody who doesn't
at the Sportsport.
Anybody who doesn't follow us, it's at Sportsport DTV.
Yeah.
So these are a couple questions that I asked today. So the first one was, who wins the NHL All-Star game? Is Jalen Brunson the biggest All-Star snub of all time?
Mm-hmm.
Will the Knicks make a big trade before the trade deadline? Will the Warriors miss the playoffs? And with AD back, can the Lakers go on a run? So just kind of, stuff like that. You can ask something about the Super Bowl.
Oh,
anything.
yeah.
We just want to kind of see where our fans are coming from.
I got an NHL question.
Yes. Love it.
Who do you think is going to win the All-Star, like fastest skater, hardest shot contest? Not so much the outdoor events.
Wait, so we'll just do one contest, though.
All right, yeah, fastest skater.
Okay. Who wins fastest skater? How many people are in that? Do we know?
I believe
Look it up right now.
it's like 5 or 6.
NHL All-Star Skills participants, full lineups for fastest skater. Probably Cale Makar's in there, I would imagine.
Nathan McKinnon.
All right, so let's
Dylan
go, dude. We have
Larkin.
Dylan Larkin from the Red Wings, Kirill Kaprizov from the Wild, Cale Makar from the Avalanche, Chandler Stevenson from the Knights,
Yes.
and Andrei Svechnikov from the
So there's
Hurricanes,
5?
dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes.
Of course, there's
5.
5.
Oh,
we
so
have
you
to
can't do it.
No, we will, but we'll just do other as the for the other two guys, I guess. But we're gonna go
Lovely.
Larkin, Makar.
And Svechnikov.
Okay, so I'm gonna need some help with the spelling there.
All right, so you got Larkin.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
got
no, got Larkin and
Dylan
Makar.
Makar. Svechnikov is SV as in
What's the first name?
Andre, Andrei.
Okay, and then
Svechnikov is SV as in Victor, Brian. ECHN as in Nancy. IKOV as in Victor.
okay, and that's obviously from the Hurricanes.
Correct, dude.
Yep.
So
And it says here, if you like speed, then this event is for you. Players are timed at how fast they can complete in one lap around the rink.
I live for speed, Tony.
Dude, with fast, baby.
Die.
You got it, dude.
So
Live
yeah,
fast.
I'm excited for
Eat
this
ass.
weekend. I haven't really,
watched NHL All-Star Weekend before, but I have to say 100% unequivocally, Tony.
Yeah.
We haven't thrown that one around in a while.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch tomorrow. Are you going to watch tomorrow?
I'm watching tonight.
Tomorrow Saturday, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
tonight. So there's some
tomorrow's
shit going
the
on.
game. Tonight, the
skills stuff.
contest,
So tonight, dude, honestly, yeah.
I'm
Like, why
watching
not,
tonight.
dude? We'll
Yeah.
watch it tonight. We'll hang out,
Hell yeah.
open a beer, too,
and
do
we're
some
gonna
more.
talk NHL.
Watch
But before
NHL
we do that, I
skills
just wanted to
competition,
update everyone on the poll question and the big volume question from yesterday. And Jay, I don't know if you got to catch the show yesterday or heard us talking about this. What pending unrestricted free agents should the Rangers pick up? We gave everybody the choices of Vladimir Tarasenko, Dylan Larkin, Timo Meier, Patrick Kane. We got 45 votes on this, so everyone was really excited. 3 minutes left for anybody who last minute wants to get in on that. But I'm just kind of curious what your guys' guesses are. Who had the highest percentage here?
Patty Kane.
What's your guess, Tony?
I think when we left yesterday, Larkin was kind of gaining some headway. So let's get Larkin.
Meyer 36%, Larkin 24%, and then Kane and Tarasenko tied at 20.
Whoa.
Wow,
spread out.
Timo Meyer is going to be a tough get to. I was telling you yesterday, a lot of teams involved in Timo Meyer, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of teams.
Chris Kreider will finish 2023 with how many goals? 38% of the people said 30 to 35. So kind of expecting kind of a quiet second half.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so tough because even if he has 35, that's a really good season. But I feel like everybody, because he had 50 last year, that it seems like a very disappointing season, which isn't the case.
No, I mean, I feel like 35 is above average, right, for an NHL player.
Yeah.
The whole year.
Yeah.
And then 50 is just that exception, like that exceptional year, exception to like the data.
I'd actually like to see the actual average. Because I would imagine it might be even lower than 35. Dude.
Yeah, no.
What do you mean? The average for what?
It's like every NHL player. Like, what's the average amount of goals they score every year?
Oh, I mean, because of the guys that barely play, though. I mean, it's got to be like 10.
Yeah, right.
Something.
That's what I was thinking too.
Okay, this is average goals in a season. That can't be right here.
I'd say 2.14.
3.14, dude. That's not right.
That makes sense.
How many goals does the average NFL player score per season? Last season, NHL teams average 227 goals for 227.
I feel like
against,
I almost would be
20.
surprised if they don't even do it, just because it's just so like all over the place because guys don't score any goals.
I know, really. This is kind of in a season for a NHL player. How about that, dude? Okay, yeah, league averages. Let's go, dude. Does it literally? But this is definitely for a team.
I'm telling you, I just have a feeling that's not gonna.
It's not. They don't have it.
They're not gonna have that stat. Why not? Because I think you're right in that it's gonna be so low that it's not even gonna be.
It's like not even gonna. Register.
Everything is per game though.
Well, what's the average per game?
Looks like 3.5 is what I looked at.
Per player?
No, per team per game.
Per team per game.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Which is annoying,
and what? There's like
dude.
20 guys on a team.
Yeah.
Just about. That's crazy. So think about that. Like, that's like 0.5% per goal per player. I'm trying to do math right
Jay
now.
was a business student. Dude.
I can tell.
A couple of comments here from Matthew Gabriel. He says, J-Mon. And he says, welcome back to the States, kid.
Oh, yeah. I've been back, Matt.
For like 2 weeks.
Matt, you said welcome back last week.
Oh,
Did he really?
man.
He did. Yeah.
That's
Thanks, Matt.
funny.
Love you, man. Miss you.
So yeah, we're gonna take a look, at all the skill contests and stuff, but just wanted to go over the polls and we can revisit this at the end. But right now, who wins the NHL All-Star game? You got the Metro, Atlantic, Pacific, Central. We got 83% coming in on Metro. So yeah, I'm sure the Rangers followers, help us out there. Is Jalen Brunson the biggest All-Star snub of all time? 60% no. Will the Knicks make a big trade before the trade deadline? 73% no. So along Michael's sentiment there, will the Warriors miss the playoffs? 67% yes.
Oh.
And with AD back and the Lakers going to run, 67% no. So interesting stuff there for sure. And obviously we'll update everybody on that at the end of the show. One other one from yesterday. just updating 54% on the Lindor batting average being between 270 299 seems to be the sweet spot.
Yeah, that is what's gonna happen.
How many times did you vote, dude?
I've been making mad accounts, dude.
Tony's got a few burner accounts.
The burners. But yeah, a lot to talk about. So let's just go to the world of the National Hockey League.
Here's Matthews. Scores! Hat-trick goal!
My goodness, this is a great shot.
Big hit on the far side by McCarr. He flattens Jordan's skull. Oh my goodness.
Next to come right back. Terrifying and robbed by Shesterkin. That's brilliant from Igor Shesterkin.
It's a breakaway to win it in overtime. McDavid scores! The winner in overtime.
All right. So as you know, with the NHL regular season on hiatus here for All-Star Week, today and tomorrow, we got the All-Star Skills tonight, and then the All-Star game tomorrow. And I just saw this too, Tony. 3:00 tomorrow. Is it usually during the day?
Yeah, it normally is.
Okay, kind of only sport that does that. I feel like.
Yeah, I guess so.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, because think about it, it's not like
and they had to have.
it's like a
3
round
different
robin
games.
type
Yeah.
of deal, sort of. Yeah,
Oh,
That's
it's like a little
right.
mini tournament.
That's why
almost.
there's 3 teams.
Correct.
right?
Well, no, there's 4.
There's 4 teams.
4
There's
teams, yeah,
4
for each
divisions.
division.
Oh, dope.
And we'll read off the rosters and everything, but let's start with the skills events. These we were talking about this before the show. I mean, out of all the 4 major sports leagues, it does feel like the NHL gets the most creative with what they're doing. These are going to be at different events. The first one is the Splash Shot. In this event, it's a new event, first time, and it'll be on the beach in Fort Lauderdale with
Love
4
that.
teams of 2 players, each competing in a single elimination tournament. Players will compete head-to-head, and each player will be required to hit targets before attempting to dunk their opponent in a dunk tank. The player to dunk their opponent first wins. If there's a tie, teams will compete again. So in this contest, we actually have a lot of big names
Oh
here.
yeah, baby.
Sidney Crosby, Nathan McKinnon, Mikko Rantanen, Cale Makar, Igor Shesterkin, Tony, Adam Fox, Brady Tkachuk, and Matthew Tkachuk. And I just realized,
That's awesome.
I guess
Hey, brothers.
they're actually the way they're doing this. It's like it says that it's single eliminate. Oh, okay, 4 teams each player. Gotcha. So Crosby's with McKinnon, Mikko's with Cale, and then Igor with Adam Fox, and then the Tkachuk brothers. So kind of interesting. Just to try to handicap this one, we've never seen it before,
Right.
But I'm just kind of curious if you guys had to take a guess here on who's going to win this one.
If I'm gonna go first here, I'm gonna
Yeah.
say I'll take Brady and Matthew, the bros. I think this is something that obviously, chemistry, I think, plays a lot into it. And obviously, we know all these players, especially a lot of them come from the same team, probably have that chemistry. Everyone at this point, I think, is pretty even in terms of accuracy of shooting. All these players are just incredibly talented. In terms of, just picking off shots where they can get it. And I'll say the brothers, they probably grew up together playing stupid little games like this
in the backyard.
and they're probably like already good at it,
For sure. I like that pick, Tony.
What are you thinking, Jay?
I'm thinking Igor Shesterkin and Adam
Love
Fox.
it.
Yes, baby.
Yeah, they have that same chemistry you're talking about, Tony, playing on the Rangers together.
Mhm.
And I know Adam Fox, he's a rookie, correct?
Second year.
Second year. But he's a defenseman, and he's like hitting shots from long range. So
Right.
he's got the accuracy, and I have a feeling that they're gonna
Wait, Fox, isn't he third year?
Could be third year.
Yeah, because last year he got that big contract
Yeah.
extension. Yeah, I think it is his third year. But love how young he is. Like he's going to be a Ranger for a long time. I think
Oh yeah,
Hell
and he's
yeah,
gonna
bro.
be in the All-Star game for a long time too.
Yeah,
Definitely.
It's funny too, and I know we've kind of talked about this, Tony. I'm gonna go with Sidney Crosby. And
Oh
Nathan
yeah.
McKinnon. I know you like McKinnon, but
Me too.
it seems like the majority of people, unless you're a Penguins fan, everybody doesn't like Sidney Crosby. Is that like the common thing, or you're okay with him? You don't hate him?
Listen, as a Rangers fan, he certainly gave us a lot of issues, especially in the playoffs, just even the regular season for sure. He's not a bad guy. Again, he's someone who's incredibly talented, and I guess, obviously rivalry. A lot of people don't like him because the Penguins, had a dynasty almost for a while. Multiple cup winning seasons, always giving teams issues in the playoffs and stuff like that. I think maybe a negative connotation people have is because he's still referred to as the kid, and he's not the kid anymore, dude.
No, he's pretty old now, right?
He's
Yeah.
the old man.
Mhm.
He is an old man. He's like a lifelong at Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, he's been there, drafted, everything. Pittsburgh, which you also love to see that, dude.
I do love-
You
Yeah.
gotta tip your hat a little
Because
bit
we
to him.
don't see that
Yeah.
as much anymore.
No,
Obviously.
not in like the winter sports, at least.
No.
I feel like there's a lot of movement usually.
Yeah.
And okay, it's interesting. Okay, I guess you're on a different site. Mine has a different game next. I was just
You on ESPN?
Yes,
I'm on Sporting News.
I'm on ESPN.
Get all of your sporting news at sportingnews.com.
You know what, Tony? Let's do a little rotation. Let's have you introduce the pitch and puck.
Oh, let's go
would,
pitch and puck here. Let's see. We got a nice little another fun game here. I believe also first time. I don't know if this was maybe in the event
like
previously, but I know recently it hasn't been part of the All-Star weekend. But 6 players will participate in the pitch and puck event. It's a mixture of hockey and golf. Players must combine their skills on a par 4 to get the puck.
The golf
in the hole here. Players take the fewest shots to complete the course. They're the winner. And if there's a tiebreaker, there's gonna be a longest drive competition here. So again, kind of, we're mixing up a few different fun things here. We have 4 players in this one, which would be pretty interesting. We have Johnny Gaudreau, Jersey native, Jason,
Nice.
from the Columbus Blue Jackets, Clayton Keller of the Arizona Coyotes, Jason Robertson of the Dallas Stars, and Nick Suzuki of the Montreal Canadiens. Well, I guess I'll shoot over to Jay here. Jay, who do you think is going to win this one?
Well, I mean, don't really know much about these guys, but I'm going to go with Jason Robertson of the Dallas Stars.
Just from the name.
Just from the name. But I do want to say pitch and puck is a great idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the idea of them being in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mix-up. Hockey's a winter sport. So, like,
they're in a
very
climate.
warm climate.
Yeah, dude.
And I feel like a lot of hockey players love to play golf. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen hockey players go out on the golf course and they drive it 400 yards. Like,
yeah, dude.
Like it's nothing. Like the skills translate very easily, and I feel like it's going to be a very fun thing to watch. I'm excited.
And I will say Jason Robertson too, splashing out on the scene of the league this season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was leading in goals and points for a while now. Obviously, probably taken by McDavid, but he's probably top 3 player in the league right now. Top 4.
Really?
Yeah, Dallas Stars, crazy good, dude.
Be a name to watch.
Oh yeah, big name to watch. Jason,
of course.
Ryan.
This is tough. I'm between 2 guys here, but I'm gonna. Jeez, I hate this. But all right, I'm gonna just go Clayton Keller. I'm gonna give you Gaudreau because I know you're gonna take him. Because I would have 100% taken him. The talent, the way I just feel like he's got to have a good shot.
Mm-hmm.
But Keller has had a breakthrough year. I'm riled for him, and I want him to win this.
Yeah, I mean Clayton Keller, love it. Coyotes, Brian's favorite team.
Unequivocally.
And I am gonna take Gaudreau because I know for a fact he does golf. Growing up in Jersey, I know he has golfed growing up and probably is a pretty solid golfer. So I will take Johnny Gaudreau, the New Jersey native. Hopefully he'll win something this season, dude.
Yeah, you never.
Wait, what team's he on?
Columbus Blue Jackets.
They're not good.
And they're terrible. And he had a chance, Jason,
to come to the Rangers.
To come to the New Jersey Devils.
Oh, yeah.
As the native of New Jersey coming home. And he says, nah, dude. And it sucks because Devils are fucking fire this year.
They are really
dude.
picking it up.
It's ridiculous. It's a terrible move by him.
So this next one is pretty crazy. So it's called the Tendy Tandem.
What
a
boy,
name,
dude.
The 8 All-Star goalies will take part of 2 in teams of 2 by division. Each team will have 1 shooting goalie and 1 in-net goalie. The shooting goalie will take a shot from the designated spot. He will earn 3 points if the shot goes in the hole, 2 points if he hits an in-net target, and no points if he misses the net. Based on how the shooting goalie does, the in-net goalie will face 3, 2, or 1 players on a break. A save earns in the in-net goalie's team the full points, which is based on the number of players faced. Play continues until all pucks have been shot. The tandem with the most points wins. If there's a tie between the teams, the tandem with the most saves wins. If 2 or more tandems in the field are tied, the winning team will be the one that saved the most 3-on-1s, the most 2-on-1s. If there's still a tie, then the tied teams will compete in a sudden death round of goalie goals. This thing, Tony, I mean, needless to say, could get crazy.
It will get crazy, I think, for sure. Do we know the tandems?
Yes. So it's Hellebuck and Saros.
Right.
Shesterkin and Sorokin.
Oh.
Skinner and Thompson, Olmark and Vasilevsky. So needless to say, some good tendies out there.
Yeah.
But we'll start with you, Tony. Who do you got?
All right. Again, chemistry wise, I got to go with Sorokin and Shesterkin.
Unbelievable pairing.
Yeah, it really is. They're 2 of the top goaltenders in the league. I mean, obviously it's All-Star weekend. All these goaltenders are the top goaltenders in the league, but of the top goaltenders, they are the best of the best of the best, dude. So give me Shesterkin and Sorokin again. I believe they're from the same like city.
Yeah, I think I'm
Like they kind of grew
so
up playing hockey together. So again, I'm going with the chemistry here. The two of them, we've already seen them on social media together in Miami. They're having a great time. They're loosey goosey. They're trying to have some fun, but also be competitive. So give me the two of them, dude.
Jay, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with the Andre Vasilevsky, and who's the other guy?
Was it Omar?
Yeah,
Omar.
That's a good one.
Those are really good picks, Jay.
I think Vasilevsky. I was just looking at his stats. He has like 95% save average, something crazy like that. So we'll see how it goes.
Jeez.
Brian.
Oh, this is tough.
Brian.
I'm stuck with taking people that I don't want to take.
Mark.
But I know they're the best ones.
Hellebuck and Soros?
Yeah, I have to do it. I have to do it. Hellebuck's had a good year.
I thought you liked Skinner, though.
I like Skinner, but Thompson, I feel like is kind of like
Really?
he started out hot.
He did start
Kind of faded, so I don't like the momentum there. So give me Hellebuck and Saros. This competition, Tony, is going to be something. I am pumped for this.
Dude, it's gonna be so much fun.
Is that it? I thought.
No, I got more up here, dude.
Okay.
Well,
Fastest
obviously,
skater, I
we
think?
did fastest skater. We haven't really
skater.
gone over picks, I guess necessarily, but
No, we didn't do picks. For fastest
so
skater.
fastest skater. Obviously, we know, we just talked about it. It's one lap around the ice here. There are cones and shit set up, so it's on the exterior of the ice, and it's just one lap, dude. And we've seen obviously Connor McDavid win. I'm trying to remember. I think it was Kyrou last year from St. Louis who won.
Oh, okay.
But before that, it was McDavid breaking records and shit like that. But out of this group, from what I can recall, I don't know much about Stevenson, honestly. I don't know how really fast he is. Larkin has always been in it, but he's never really won. Cale Makar last year almost won. So I'm going to go with Cale Makar in this one, bud.
All right. What do you got, Jay?
I'm gonna go with Kirill the Thrill.
Yeah, baby.
Kaprizov.
Yeah, dude.
He's
I like
on the
that one.
Oilers, right?
Minnesota
he's
Wild.
Wild.
Yeah,
Excuse
dude.
me.
He's a great guy.
And I gotta go with Sevy. I know Chokri will be pumped up when he's watching this later. So give me Svechkinov. Is that how you say?
Svechnikov.
Svechkinov. I mean, not too bad.
Svechnikov.
Svechkinov.
No, Svechnikov.
Svechnikov.
Yeah.
There we go, Tony. We got there. We got there.
Yeah.
Nice, Brian.
Is there just one more? Right here?
Breakaway challenge, accuracy shooting, hardest shot.
Hardest shot, yeah.
Okay, so a couple more. So
3 more.
Okay, continue on. Tony.
Oh, Brian's done now. He's tired.
I just figured you have it there. I'm right.
Yeah, sure, dude. So we got the breakaway challenge up next here. This is one of the more unique events at the skills competition. This is where, this is probably one of my least favorite ones, but it quite literally is like a breakaway challenge where it's basically a shootout, right? But these players are allowed to use props. Like one year, Jack Hughes came like to center ice with a big box, and there was like some kid he picked in his uniform, and he like did the shot for him.
That's hilarious.
One year I think like PK Subban like dressed up as Ovechkin, like in his jersey, everything, did that shot. Sometimes they'll incorporate, like I think one guy like did it with like one of those mini floor hockey sticks, like the tiny ones. So this one it's kind of hard to pick a winner because it just gets so funky and crazy. But the participants we have here are Mitch Marner from the Maple Leafs, Alex Ovechkin from the Capitals, as we typically see, Sidney Crosby from the Penguins, David Pastrnak from the Bruins, and Matthew Tkachuk from the Panthers. I'm gonna go to Jay. Jay, who do you think is gonna win this one?
I'm gonna go with David Pastrnak.
Yeah, dude, the pasta man.
A lot of old names on here.
Yeah.
I know Alex Ovechkin and Sidney Crosby are up there. Pasternak's been around the league for a while. I just feel like I've heard that name for a long time.
Been on the Bruins for quite some time, I guess.
But is that Matthew Tkachuk?
Matthew Tkachuk.
Tkachuk. Is he in the other? Is he in the other one? Was he the brother?
Yeah, he was the brother
in
the golf, not the golf one. The
Oh, that was the
outdoor pitching. No.
Splash shot.
Splash shot. Yeah.
Kachuk.
But you're going with the pasta. Man.
I'm going with pasta, man.
Yeah, he has his own line of pasta.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, David Pastrnak.
Does he actually?
He does actually have his own line of pasta.
That's not a Italian name.
No, it's not. Actually, I forget what he says, but I forget where he's from, but in his language, like pasta means something totally different and weird. So everyone's calling him pasta. And he's like, that's like.
He's tight, basically.
He's tight. It probably means like a butthole or something.
Brian, what do you think? Who do you think's gonna win?
I'm gonna go with Ovechkin just because he's an animal. Honestly,
Really,
I mean, I feel like no matter what you need him to do, he'll take care of it. That's it. Done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're going Mitch Marner.
I'm gonna go with Mitch Marner, dude. Just because Ovechkin's been in this challenge forever. So is Crosby, and I just think the two of them. I mean, they're older players. All-Star Weekend doesn't really mean as much for them. Mitch Marner is younger. He hasn't been in the All-Star game a lot, if at all, honestly.
Mhm.
And I think he's going to want to try and get away with some hardware. So I think he's going to kind of try hard, focus in, not be so too like crazy or whatever with the props and the costumes. But yeah, dude.
What do we got for accuracy shooting?
Oh,
What
okay.
is that, first of all?
Accuracy shooting. So
Jeez, a lot of
I know,
guys.
huge. It kind of varies in terms of what the shots look like, but it's apparently, I guess for this one, there are 4 targets in the net. Each participant wants to hit all 4 targets as quickly as possible, right? So the 4 targets, again, typically they move them around. Sometimes they add obstacles in here, so I don't know if they're gonna have obstacles in this season. But typically, your 4 targets are the 4 corners of the goal.
Gotcha.
And we have, because it's so quick, it's only 4 shots really. And, sometimes it takes like 20 seconds for someone to do it. We have quite the slate of players here. The who's who of the NHL here, as we'll go down the list here. From the Panthers, we have Alexander Barkov, Leon Draisaitl of the Oilers, Kevin Hayes of the Flyers, Jack Hughes of the Devils, Nassim Kadri of the Flames, Nikita Kucherov of the Lightning, Connor McDavid from the Oilers, Brock Nelson from the Islanders, Artemi Panarin from the Rangers, and Vladimir Tarasenko from the Blues. Jay, I know there's a lot of people here, but who do you got, dude?
Give me Jack Hughes.
I knew it.
Give me Jack Hughes, sticking with the Jersey boy.
Are you a Rangers fan?
No, he's a Devil.
No, I know.
Am I a Ranger fan?
Wow, bro,
Yeah.
you didn't know Jack Hughes of the Devils, dude?
Yes. I'm a Ranger fan. But give me Jack Hughes.
So why are you taking Jack Hughes? We got the bread man on the board.
What? I like to mix it up, Barnes. Get off my case.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not taking Panarin either. I mean, what does he have? Like 30 goals in 3 years? I mean, come on. I'm not going to.
Oh, my God, dude.
But no, like you said, Tommy, Devils are heating up, and I think Jack Hughes is going to ride that wave.
Yeah, I love it. That's a great pick there, Brian.
Connor McDavid, the future Ranger captain.
He's a
Tony.
loser, dude.
McDavid
He's a loser,
is
honestly.
unbelievable.
He's a loser. Everybody knows that.
Get over
I
it.
don't understand the skepticism with you or the hatred.
It's not skepticism or hatred. It's just like, I don't know why you just want him so bad. Like, why?
Oh, I don't know, because he's the best player in the league.
He hasn't won anything, though. He's on the show for it,
and you're
dude.
telling me you put, honestly, Tony, in when it comes down to it, you really think you put him on the Rangers right now? You're telling me that they're not the favorite to win the cup?
Favorite, maybe. I don't think favorite, honestly. No, I don't.
I mean, you have Shesterkin, McDavid, you add him to the mix with Zibanejad, Kreider. I mean, there's a lot of playmakers. Hito's been heating up. So many scores. Then you add someone like McDavid. I mean, how are teams going to stop us?
It's like a fantasy world. Like, you're naming all these players you have to give up for McDavid. Like,
I will give up 10 draft picks.
yeah, I understand.
10.
Oh, my God.
my God.
Set a record.
Dude.
Set a record.
Anyway, dude, speaking of records, we're going to go to my pick here.
I can't wait to see
and
what you say when they actually do get him.
see what you say when they actually do. I'm going to go Panarin. Fuck off. Okay, dude.
You know they're going to get him.
Artemi Panarin.
Evander Kane, Michael. Back me up on this.
Artemi Panarin, by the way, is going to win the accuracy shooting contest. I understand, Brian doesn't like him that much because of the role he has with the Rangers. But in reality, I mean, the guy is super accurate, passing or shooting. You really can't get better accuracy, honestly, around the league than Artemi Panarin. And again, someone who has swag, who's calm. I just feel like he's going to come in here. He's going to just be chill. This is an event that kind of you need to be kind of having in your heart. Slow. Okay. It's about accuracy. It's going to be Panarin easily, dude.
What do we got for the hardest shot?
Hardest shot here. Again,
Self-explanatory?
Self-explanatory, right? Players take turns in firing a slap shot into the net
As fast as possible.
as fast as possible, obviously. And we have 5 people partaking in this. Rasmus Dahlin from the Buffalo Sabres, Seth Jones of the Blackhawks, Josh Morrissey of the Jets, Alex Ovechkin of the Capitals, and Elias Peterson from the Canucks. This one I think is kind of more
Obvious.
of the most toss-up.
Oh, I thought it was more
I
obvious.
don't know the most toss-up, but there's no clear winner. Like
We
for,
know.
for a while, when
Jay, you want me to tell everyone who you're taking here?
Oh, yeah. Tell me.
Jay is taking Alexander Ovechkin.
Oh, for sure. He's got that old man strength. I feel like he's just going to
Yeah, I don't.
hardball it right into the net.
This is something, Tony, you can't overthink. Honestly, you
all
really
right,
can't.
so who you go with, Brian?
Well, I mean, obviously, I can't take Ovechkin, so I'm gonna have to
You
technically
can take Ovechkin.
No,
You don't
no,
have-
no,
you
Take
don't
Ovechkin.
have
Don't
to
do it.
for
Do it. Double
show.
down. Double down.
Double down on it.
Tony.
Don't you have double down?
We don't duplicate picks. So if I had to take a second person here, it would be Morrissey on the Jets. So, all right?
Interesting, dude. All right.
Who are you taking?
I'm gonna take Dahlin of the Sabres. Big defenseman, always taking slap shots. Probably has a nice stroke.
Oh yeah,
That's what they call it. No, because Jay and Mike both looked at me, dude. So
I didn't
yourself,
why
dude.
you laughing?
Because you're probably typing. Okay.
Sus.
So give me Rasmus Dahlin. We'll see who's laughing when he takes home the hardest shot competition. Okay,
Wait,
dude.
Pause, Tony.
That's funny, dude. So yeah, what do you got, dude? That's it.
Is there
shot.
one more? No.
No splash shot. We did.
Top pitch and puck. Up.
We did that already.
I'm most excited.
Are we sure, Tony?
Do we have
100%?
You know,
What
no.
event are you most excited
How about do we have
I'm
the
excited
picks
for the
down
golf.
correctly, dude?
The golf, the pitch.
Yeah, me
and
too.
Puck.
I think I'm most excited for pitch and puck.
That's gonna be ridiculous. Dude.
Yeah, it's
That's
gonna be
gonna
fun
be
to
so
watch.
much fun,
I think.
dude. I'll do the splash shot. I like that. You know, implementing the dunk tank, dude.
Yeah, of the traditional ones though, I would say fastest skater.
The fact that
a good one.
McDavid's not in it, honestly, is great. I love it.
Why was he usually like the one to run away with it?
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Besides
skate
last
away
year.
with it.
Yeah. So do you want to now break down the game? Let's see if you have any comments or anything. No comments right now, dude. Oh shit, I don't want to do that.
I'm sure the Twitter poll is going nuts.
You want to break down each division here?
Yeah, I'm gonna actually break
got it?
down the Atlantic here.
Let's
so I don't know how. This is why I think our Twitter followers voted for the Atlantic here. So they're coached by Jim Montgomery, Bruins coach here. They got Pasternak, Ullmark, Dahlin, Thompson, Larkin, Barkov, Chachuk, Suzuki, the other Chachuk, Kucherov, Vasilevsky, Marner, Austin Matthews, but Barkov is in for Austin Matthews, so he's not going to play. That's what we got for the Atlantic. For the Metropolitan, we got Sevy, Goudreau, Hughes, Brock Nelson, Sorokin, Adam Fox, Artemi Panarin, Shesterkin, Hayes, Crosby, and Ovechkin. For the Central, we got Clayton Keller, Seth Jones, Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar, Mikko Rantanen, Jason Robertson, Kaprizov, Saros, Tarasenko, Hellebuck, Morrissey. And then in the Pacific, Terry, Kadri, Draisaitl, McDavid, Skinner, Fiala, Carlson, Tony. When was the last time Erik Karlsson made the All-Star team?
Jeez.
Man, he's like the oldest person here.
Marty Benners, Bo Horvat, who I guess is not playing because of the trade.
Right.
Peterson, Stevenson, and Thompson. So a lot to take in there.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to kind of give everybody an idea. So I guess really, if you think about it, actually, no, I guess it could be, we could all pick different things. But so basically what it's going to be, Central plays Pacific, Metro plays Atlantic. Boy, that Metro Atlantic game is going to be something.
Fire.
Yeah, it is.
And then the winner of those will face off in the championship. So we'll start with Jay here. Who is taking home this round robin, I guess you could say, tournament?
Dude, this is a tough one. It's either a toss-up between the Atlantic Division and the Metropolitan Division, I feel. But I think the Metropolitan Division is going to take it away.
Yeah, I mean, that roster, how do you argue that?
I know,
it's tough, dude.
Okay, so you're going to go Metro. What do you think, Tony?
That's a good.
Sidney Crosby and Ovechkin on the same team?
I know, dude. It's pretty crazy. I know you're looking at,
Granted,
the Atlantic
they are the
here,
oldest here.
Thompson, Larkin. I mean, it's hard not to go with them, dude.
Yeah.
I guess give me the Atlantic then.
All right, so that leaves me with the Pacific. Draisaitl, McDavid,
classic,
dude. I feel like before I ever mentioned McDavid, you really liked him, honestly.
I don't hate him.
But I swear to God, I'm being dead serious. Like, I still just don't understand though. There's something that you're annoyed about
Because it's just unrealistic to like talk about him going to the Rangers. It's never gonna happen.
But what about the thought though? If you think about it, like you think about, I don't know, last 10 years, for instance, like when was the last time the Rangers went all out and got somebody like that? Aren't they due to do that? And especially, let's say conceivably this year, playoffs don't end the way we want. I mean, isn't James Dolan going to start to get a little impatient, feeling like he has a team that should win?
I mean, I suppose, but they just like took, 2 years, 3 years to rebuild an entire team, draft their guys, bring in some other guys to help those draft picks mature and get into, like a professional shape here. I don't think they're going to throw it all away to get a Connor McDavid who has not won anything yet. And he's on a team that has two of the best players in the entire hockey league, being himself and Draisaitl, not to mention the other players we've talked about. And they're not winning. They're not, last season was the first time they even made the Western Conference Finals and they get knocked out. I mean, Like there's so many other things not only wrong with the team, but clearly, like, you know, we've seen teams like the Capitals, for example, that had Ovechkin and, you know, Holtby as a goaltender. And they, of course, took some time, but they won a cup with that. You know, you saw like Sidney Crosby win with the Penguins for a long time with really just, you know, Marc-Andre Fleury at the time was a great goaltender, but it was him, it was Malkin, and it was Chris Letang, right? Those were the three-headed monsters. Like Edmonton has those things and they're still not winning. So something is wrong.
I think it's coaching at that point.
Yeah, I was gonna say though, because Trotz did lead them to the championship with the Caps. So like, is it? I mean, Edmonton, who the hell have they had a coach? Anybody? No one even knows who the coach is.
No, I couldn't tell you who the coach is, but I mean,
so I mean, I think that could be a big part of it. Plus, I know you mentioned goalie, but like last year specifically, I'm telling you, man, like if they had even the way Skinner's playing this year, I mean, they wouldn't have absolutely got trounced by Colorado in the Western Conference Finals.
I don't know.
In the fact too, I mean, what is McDavid? 25, 26?
Yeah, I think it's 27, maybe 26.
I mean, he's got so much time left. I don't know. I just feel like it's not. I don't see it as that he's come up small. I feel like it's his teammates around him.
Well, he's not coming up small, obviously, and he's 26 years old.
26.
I
mean, in the playoffs. I know technically, yes, you don't win. You're coming up small. I get that. But I mean, they did finally make it to the Western Conference Finals last year.
Right.
Before that, didn't do much. So I guess this year's big. I mean, right now, are they in the wild card spot, like last wild card spot?
I think they moved up some slots, actually.
I know they've been on a little bit of a heater of recent.
Yeah.
There's already a playoff picture.
Oh, yeah.
There's always a playoff.
I mean, there's a playoff
picture.
picture from opening night, Jay.
Yeah,
Come on,
dude. Let's see, dude.
They start playoffs like April, right?
Yeah.
There's 6 in the
April?
Western Conference right now. So they moved up a lot.
Okay. Yeah. And I think they could get into the top 3. What do you think?
Top 3 here. Probably.
Number 3 is probably like realistic.
They're 2 points behind Vegas, 3 points behind LA and Seattle at that point. It's a tight race right there. So
So I mean that bodes well for them, and it'll be interesting to see, did they add anybody? Now, Jay, if you had to give me a team other than the Rangers to win it all, who would you take?
Other than the Rangers, the
Jack Hughes,
not the Boston Bruins. Yeah, the Bruins.
Bruins.
Yeah.
What about you, Tony? Bruins?
To
someone
win it, dude, that's tough. Honestly, no, I'm gonna go with the Hurricanes, dude.
Wow, dude, the
Hurricanes,
Hurricanes, dude, it's amazing. And two,
their
tell me
defense
that
is so
Who'd
good.
they play yesterday?
they played.
They got
the
waxed.
Sabres. No, they've won like.
Oh
their
no,
last-
they waxed the Sabres.
They
That's what it
waxed the
was.
Sabres,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they even waxed Boston too. A couple like last week, I think.
Really?
It doesn't
Yeah.
it feel like, I know it's kind of crazy, but you think about it too. It's almost meant to be that they're good. The former Whalers, now they're in Carolina.
Mhm.
Chokery's favorite team. I mean, Tony, right? No, the stars aren't aligning there.
Yeah, I would say maybe being from Connecticut has nothing to do with it. They're just a
no.
great team that has like just
No, it really
phenomenal.
doesn't.
And they're just like I said, I think they're one of the best all-around hockey teams in the league right
But
now.
nobody talks about them. Nobody besides
No.
us.
And they are kind
yeah, I
of like a
guess so.
no name.
Because everybody's saying the Bruins.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just saying clear third most talked about team in the East right now. And maybe honestly, people talk about the Rangers more, even though they're ahead of the Rangers in the standings.
Right. Yeah, you're probably right.
It'll be interesting for sure. But I'm excited for
Yeah.
All-Star Weekend. I can't wait
Yeah,
to
me
break
too,
it
dude.
down on Monday. But
Oh,
let's
yeah.
go now to the world of the National Basketball Association.
The NBA, dude.
Tony's
The Bulls LeBron James at the buzzer. He banks in the three, and the Lakers win the game.
All right. So, Tony, not to give you too much credit here, but you almost hit it right on the head with my picks yesterday. Of the 14, you guessed I would go 7-7. I thought 9-5, 6-8. So one.
Do I get a point for guessing your win percentage?
You should. Honestly, you should. So I just thought that was interesting. I'll try better tonight, guys. But hey, some crazy things happened. And we'll just kind of talk about them. I know Jay and Tony, not the biggest NBA fans, but I feel like there's a little something there. I mean, but what I really
Always a
actually
little
wanted to specifically talk about was the Lakers game from last night. I actually watched it. It was probably the first basketball. Crazy as it sounds, like we're almost at the All-Star break.
Yeah.
First basketball game in the NBA that I watched from start to finish all season.
Oh yeah, man. It's a fun sport to watch, I feel. It's
yeah, and
electric when you go see it live, and like it's not terrible to watch like during the game,
yeah,
like
yeah,
at
exactly.
home. At home, I mean.
And I'm sure you could imagine this, Jay. But over the years, I've always taken a lot of slack. I've just, from when he first came into the league back in 2003, I've always just loved LeBron's game. I mean, what he does is unbelievable. So, and growing up too, in my house, no one was an NBA fan. And
same.
so I never had a team, but I was like, wow, LeBron is crazy. Like, so I kind of started like, oh, I'm following him in the Cavs. And then obviously we know, he ends up going to the Heat.
Yeah, and then he goes to the Lakers.
Back to the Cavs and then to the Lakers. So I've definitely caught a lot of slack when people have asked me, like,
you're the front runner, Brian.
Yeah, you're switching teams, blah, 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 blah.
And you're also a Yankee fan, too, so it just doesn't help your case.
CJ, I was expecting not the Tony response to this. Honestly, I thought we could have a normal conversation here. Instead of bite. But at least could you level with me that you could understand why it's like I didn't have a team. No one in my house liked basketball. So it's just like I really enjoyed watching him play, and I've enjoyed following his career, and that should be enough. But everyone gives me heat for that.
No, I agree, Barnes. Like, Mike, we were talking about this earlier before the show. What the hell is that?
I feel like that was on purpose.
Nah,
and Mike was saying like, oh, the league needs another Michael Jordan, and like, I mean, to LeBron's credit, like he is that generational talent,
right.
And I feel where you're coming from, where you kind of don't have a team. You see this great talent come out of the blue. You were probably like, what, third grade, right?
Yeah.
Same as me.
Yeah.
Like, so you started watching ESPN a lot, I'm assuming, and you see LeBron everywhere.
St. Vincent, St. Mary's. Those uniforms were dope that they used to wear with like the clover and stuff.
Yeah, dude.
And I see this guy. I mean, he can jump out of the gym. He's the way he used to shoot 3-pointers too. I mean, the ball would almost hit the ceiling. He's like
very
cocking
good
it back.
there.
The fact too that it's like, he's getting rebounds, assists. I mean, it just seems like he's a positionless player.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've never seen anything like this.
Young LeBron was a sight to see for sure.
Yeah.
But the league has definitely like jaded him a little bit, and you see the more dramatics coming out of him.
Right.
But how did the game go yesterday?
So they did win 112 to 111. And I have to get the exact number, but I believe at one point, I'm going to just look at this, but they did make a pretty decent comeback here. Held the Pacers to 13 points in the fourth quarter. So let's see. So, yeah, they were down 15, including 10 at the half. And AD had the game winner. And this is only his like third game back from injury. He had a huge game, though. So he was 31 points, 14 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, 13 at 27. So took a lot of shots, led the Lakers in shots. LeBron, 26 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. So it's crazy how that is LeBron. That's his walking stat line for 20 years. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's the reason why I get so annoyed at people, that it really like harp on him and they just don't take a step back and realize this man is 38 years old.
Yeah.
How can you say that's a decline? I mean, how many people average 26, 7, and 7 around the league?
No, I don't know. It's very, very slim. But like, it does seem like he's always improving. You know?
Right.
I mean, the last few years he's kind of like plateaued out, but he is getting old. You know? And he's playing against like these young kids, like they're 20s. 18, some are even like younger than that,
Right,
like,
exactly. No one with this, everyone was shot at this point. So that's why I just don't understand the backlash. And I feel like almost, Tony, you could offer me something on this. I mean, just the personality, the off the court, but just from the strictly game here. I mean, isn't it impressive that at this age that he's doing this stuff? I mean, I don't recall anybody doing it at this age.
In any sport?
Yeah. Like, or no, just basketball, for instance. Like you think about when Kobe was that age, just all the guys were very heavily diminished, or people 5 years earlier were done. I mean, to average that, I mean, that's not impressive.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's of course impressive, again, to be at his age and not only to record those types of numbers, but to do it consistently and to be someone who's still looked at as, one of the best players in the league.
Yeah. But
at his age, it's huge.
But is there a butt?
Yeah.
I was waiting for the butt, Tony.
Yeah, Tony, give us the butt. Come on.
But he's a little crybaby bitch.
Yeah,
he's a little bitch. Okay, dude.
Oh man, I don't know. To me, it just feels like that stuff should, overstep that in my eyes. I mean, it's like we're talking about basketball. We're talking about what he does in the court. And the fact, too, that since his second year, Jay, in the NBA, 2004 season, every year he's averaged at least 25 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. That's 19 consecutive years. I mean, no one will ever touch
That's a
that.
crazy stat line.
Because
Honestly.
think about it too. You could have a really good year,
Yeah.
average 24.7, done. You could average 5.9 assists, done. And he hasn't, no matter what.
It hasn't swayed at all.
No.
That's awesome. I would
Um,
like to see like what his like what's his best season look like, and what's his lowest season look like, because like they got to be similar. You know
so
what I mean?
the most points he ever scored in a season actually was last year 30.3. Or actually, no, I'm mistaken. 2005, 31.4. And then it was 7 rebounds, 6.6 assists. But he also like had something a little off of that, 29.7, but then 7.3, 8.6, 26.8, 6.8, 8, 26.4, 7.3, 8.6. So, I mean, he's always there. And even some of the years it's 25, 7, and 7. I mean, no one's been able to do that. And the fact, too, that the early part of his year, he was the best defender in the league.
That's so cool.
It
is cool to like kind of step back from the whole dramatics of it all,
right,
and like really look at him as just a player. You know?
Yeah, exactly. And then the other thing that's always got me is the people harping on the finals record. You know, I guess it's 4-6, if I'm not mistaken. But it's like I always just think like, oh, he lost 6 finals. It's unexcusable, this and that. But it's like, so are you telling me that if he was 4 for 4? But 6 of those years he just didn't make the finals, that would make his career better?
No.
That's where I feel like it gets lost in translation. Like, why are we talking about that?
You're just like saying it differently. You can say it differently. Like he's been to 10 finals, you know? Like
how many people have done that?
Not many. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So that's just why I just get frustrated. And like I said, I get the other stuff. I really do. But it just I think I mean it's very easy to say that we'll never see another player like LeBron again. I mean, it's just a once in a lifetime talent.
Yes. Yeah. That generational talent you don't see very often. I'm excited to see who's next, you know?
Yeah.
Because I feel like the Balls were trying to be that, you know, but they kind of.
Ja could be next. Giannis is next.
It's right. Giannis is up there, dude.
Yeah. Giannis, they were down, I want to say 40 points last night. Came back and won, Tony.
Really?
Yeah. You're a big Giannis guy.
Giannis is cool. Yeah.
You like Giannis?
I like Giannis. Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like he's got that work ethic. You know how there's all these lazy, he's not that lazy player. Him and Embiid are that old school mentality.
Old school, like head down. Yes, sir. I'm going to fucking run right through you.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. And then what's our comment here, Tony, from Chris Ortega?
We got Ortega asking us how we feel about the 23 All-Star starters and reserves for the NHL.
Okay.
Oh, for the NHL.
Is this the NHL?
Oh, is it for
I think
NBA?
he's talking about
NBA. He's talking NBA.
That would make more sense, I guess.
Yeah. I have the starters, but the reserves did get announced.
Oh, the reserves got announced
yesterday, I believe.
Is NBA All-Star Weekend also now?
No.
When is that?
Coming up.
It's coming up. I think it's next weekend, maybe.
How do you think the ratings are going to be for
that?
I mean, I think it's always like the skills contest is good. I mean, Tony, can you at least give me that you like the dunk contest, the shootout?
Oh yeah, I could get behind that.
Honestly, the dunk contest, I know
it's faded. I get that.
Dude, it's faded so hard.
The 3-point shootout is sick, though. Don't tell me
the 3-point one's cool, yeah.
But like, they don't need to add all the bonus balls.
Yeah, the bonus balls are so stupid, dude. Yeah, bonus balls are ridiculous.
Keep the cheese on the pizza, basically.
Basically, yes. No need to add all the fucking mushrooms and peppers. No need to just plain pizza, dude. Also, I don't the little skills like running thing where they have to do like a layup and they dribble.
Yeah, they've changed that format over the years.
What is that, dude?
Skills challenge.
Skills challenge is
silly.
But again, they changed the format.
But I could do that.
And you know what I missed that they used to have? It was like the shooting stars thing, and they would have a legend, a current player, and a WNBA player from the same town all compete against one another. So it was really cool mixing generations and stuff, and they got rid of it.
And honestly, do they still do the celebrity game?
I believe they do. But that's the celebrity game I can't get behind.
Why not?
I don't know.
Would you want to be a part of that, dude? Yeah, it's always fun time.
Well, if they're going to invite me,
Justin Bieber out there with like Jason Momoa.
No, but see, when he was winning MVPs, and dude, like they're holding hands behind him, like bringing down the court. No, that's
I don't
like
remember that. What is that? What
is
I don't know. They would his team like formed a circle around him to protect him so he could have an open shot.
Justin Bieber?
Yeah, it was ridiculous. It was a while ago, but all I'm saying is it's like it's not regular basketball, so I'm not interested in it. But anyway, Tony, I just wanted to read off what we had. Of course, when I am ready to do this, I get an ad for Bleacher Report. All right, so Eastern Conference starters, Kyrie, Donovan Mitchell.
Michael says that was
Giannis.
dope, by the way. He says that was dope. Bieber. Circle.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, no. I think he's talking about shooting stars. But anyway.
No, I think he's talking about.
Well, if he
the
is,
Bieber
he's not being
circle.
serious. And I know he's
That was
cheesing
dope.
right now listening to this.
No,
but-
it was dope, dude. It was really good ratings.
But anyway, starters, Kyrie, Donovan Mitchell, Giannis, Durant, Jason Tatum. Reserves, Embiid, DeRozan, Jaylen Brown, Bam, Drew Holiday, Julius Randle, and Tyrese Halliburton. When I was watching the Lakers game last night, he was talking about how excited he was to go to his first All-Star game. Western Conference, Curry, Doncic, Jokic, LeBron, Zion with the reserves, Ja, Sabonis, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander,
wow.
Paul George, Damian Lillard, Lauri Markkanen, which I was surprised that he made it, and Jaren Jackson. So congratulations to those first timers for making it. So
Oh yeah, that's gotta be exciting.
it's interesting. I look at this though, and I'm just kind of curious what you guys think, but I think the Eastern Conference has a lot better roster. I mean, there's the crazy guys that are pretty good, but I think the end of like the West, like with Markkanen and Jackson, they're not as good when you think about how you have Jaylen Brown, Joel Embiid, and then Randall, Halliburton, Adebayo. I mean, I think that's pretty strong. Not to mention their starting lineup. What do you guys think?
Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's pretty strong. I don't know. I feel like, but I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I feel like the All-Star game for the NBA, I mean, I don't know, I feel like I watched the hockey one and it's like they're trying, right? Like
Yeah.
I feel like for All-Star NBA,
I was gonna ask that question.
not that they don't try, but it's just like some guys just don't take it seriously, you know?
Guys?
And it's just like how can like I don't know, Adebayo, you can come in and just be like, I'm not gonna do anything.
The game,
You
the
know?
scoring is like
Yeah.
170. Then they went to this like ether ending. Here we go again, just changing stuff for the sake of change.
Yeah.
That's what ruins it. But I want a traditional basketball game. They did these fantasy drafts like East versus West, traditional basketball game, and let it go. Right, Jay? I mean,
No, I agree.
let him play.
I agree, Barnes, and I really wish that the All-Star games and like the All-Star weekend for football too. Like, I really wish they took it more
They're
seriously.
doing flag football. This
I know they're doing flag football. I want to talk about that at the end here.
no, you
but
can't.
Why not?
You're
No,
not,
you
you're,
can't.
we're, that's
We're not
on the
allowed
agenda.
to?
No.
That's
No,
not
you
my-
can do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll talk to the
can't.
producer, but
Yeah.
But I do think the Western Conference is going to come up with this win here. I just think they're at least the starters are just I feel like they're better players than the starters for the Eastern Conference here.
interesting. Who did you
Doncic
say?
and Jokic.
Yeah, I'll go with the West too. Yeah.
All right.
How could you not?
And LeBron's in the West, but I'm going
LeBron,
East.
Curry,
Are you going with the West
Zion.
too?
No, I'm going to go East.
Why?
I just think the team's better. Giannis, Embiid, I think they're going to want to play, possibly win MVP. So
I
I will
would
try harder.
I mean, if this
Doncic?
game was serious, it would be a game for the ages.
Yeah, it
Oh,
would
yeah,
be.
yeah.
Would be. But unfortunately, we'll never get that. But 3-point shootout, that's what we have to look forward to, right?
And dunk contest.
Dunk contest. But the thing with the dunk contest, too, like enough with the props. Just do the dunks.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like, I don't know. That's another thing. Like, you don't need to jump over a car.
No,
Like, you know what I mean?
no,
Like,
no.
you don't, it just.
There's other ways to get creative for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. But what I just wanted to kind of wrap up or talk about last night. So with this win for the Lakers, I think this is big. Now they're 3 games under 500. I think a game out of 10th. You'd expect it to be full speed ahead from this point, and they're just dying to make the playoffs. Last year was really disappointing, and I just feel like if AD can stay healthy, same thing goes for LeBron. And I think Hachimura will be a big contributor. He only had 7 points, 9 rebounds last night. The one thing that just kills them is Russell Westbrook, 2 of 16 from the floor last night. And I know, Jay, Westbrook from, obviously he's been in the league a while now.
Yeah,
but
he's on OKC
it's
for
like
a while.
he was the most exciting player to watch.
Mhm.
And I just feel like he's self-destructing. And I really believe this, that deep down, he knows if he could just adapt his game a little bit, he could be so much more of a contributing player and a positive.
Yeah.
But he just doesn't want to give up that bulldog. I don't pass the ball. The offense revolves around me from the second unit, and that's what brings the team down.
I agree, Barnes, and I feel like that's more of a him problem,
Right.
not so
right.
much his teammates' problem. Like he's got stuff to figure out up here
Yeah.
that he hasn't really been able to work through. And I mean, it's hard to see because like he's getting paid all this money, and he's kind of basically throwing it away by just like
Yeah.
being a nuisance.
Yeah, exactly. And the talent is there. And I don't know. I thought LeBron would have been able to kind of highlight his strengths, but it's just like when you're full speed ahead, you're chunking free throws, you're jacking up 3-pointers. I mean, what's LeBron supposed to do? But I really don't want to see another year of his wasted. It almost like is a parallel to the Kobe years at the end where the teams weren't good. You know, but it's different. It's like he has AD. It should be enough in my eyes to be a 5 or 6 seed at the minimum in the playoffs. I do think they did a poor job like around him though. So I would welcome some other trades. And you bring in a really good player. You know, you already got Hachimura. I think that could go a long way. But if they stand pat, I think they'll be fighting to kind of get like the last spot in the playoffs.
Westbrook was supposed to be like the like LeBron's second-hand man, essentially, right?
Yeah.
And he just hasn't lived up to it.
Because he just keeps shooting. If he just drove every time to pass the ball, he'd be amazing.
Interesting.
But he just has to
It's
like
tough to see.
force the shot.
Ego.
5 from 3-point range last night. Yeah.
0 for 5, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what he averages every night.
Yeah, it does. It does. I want to give too. Thomas Bryant has been really good. He was on the Lakers a couple years ago, came back to the team. He's the guy. He only played 12 minutes last night, but he had 11 points, 6 rebounds. For the year, he's averaging 12.6 points per game, 7 rebounds. So he's only 25 years old. So I think that was a big pickup for them. You know, he had spent the previous 5 seasons in Washington before coming back to the Lakers. You know, he played there his rookie season. So I think if they could add one more piece, I think they do have a shot because I would just love to see, just give me one more run. It shouldn't end like this.
Before LeBron retires, you mean?
Yeah. And I think he's got, 2 years left, I would imagine, next year and then the following year with his son. But,
I was about to ask, you think he's going to wait for Bronny to show up?
Oh, that's already like set in stone. Yeah.
That is like historic. That's an historic event in itself,
Yeah.
Regardless if they're good or not.
And then just kind of running down the scores for last night before we pick tonight. Cavs 128, 113 over the Grizzlies. I was surprised about that, but Cavaliers, nobody talks about them, 22-6 at home. So they've had a really good year. The Knicks get a win here, 106-104. RJ Barrett with a strong game. He'd been struggling, 30 points, 8 rebounds. The Bulls all over the Hornets, 114-98. We saw the Mavs 111-106. So that losing streak goes to 10 for the Pelicans. Doncic with 31 points, 8 rebounds. The Warriors lose on the road again. Now 7-20, Tony. 7-20 away from the Chase Center. There's no excuse for that. I don't care what anybody says. There's just no excuse. Jokic, another triple-double, 22, 14, and 16. Jokic is one of those guys that's also a throwback, hard worker.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't get talked about enough for a guy that's won 2 MVPs
Likes
in my
to party.
eyes.
For sure.
And then
him and Doncic, I always get mixed up.
And then
Really?
the Bucks with the comeback of the ages here, 106-105 over the Clippers. I believe Giannis had 54 points 54 points, 19 rebounds, 10 of 15 from the free throw line. But what a performance by him.
Holy shit.
They outscore the Clippers by 10 in the fourth quarter, hold them to 18 points. And I'm going to double check this, but I believe it was over 30 points they were down if I'm not mistaken. But let's see. Okay, now 21 points. So they're down 21 points, and they end up winning this game by 1. So the Bucks, I would love to see them, get to the NBA Finals out of the East. We'll have to see. But I think a Celtics series or a series with the Nets again. Think about that series where Durant's foot was on the line from a couple of years ago.
Oh, so tough.
So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Obviously, the Cavs have a shot to make it to their first NBA Finals since LeBron left. But we got to do another pick'em frenzy here, Tony. I mean, I want Jay to get on the mix for this one, but let's just do spreads only because we got a bunch of games here. And if you could run them down for me, buddy.
Yes, certainly, dude.
Friday, February 3rd.
It is Friday, February 3rd here. How many games? We got 3, 6, 7, 8 games here. Oh, we got quite the slate here. Starting as early as 7 o'clock, you can watch the Charlotte Hornets, Brian, take on the Detroit Pistons at the Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, Michigan. Detroit's at -1.5, over under 239.5.
This is tough. The Hornets are awful, but the Pistons without Cade Cunningham, I just can't do it. So give me the Hornets. Looked terrible last night, but give me them +1.5. What do you think, Jay?
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you, Barnes, but I'm going to take the over.
All right.
I like that over 239.5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so
that's the over under.
Shootout.
Wow, dude. All right, next game, 7 o'clock still. The Sacramento Kings are going to be in Indiana taking on the Pacers. Sacramento's at -2.5. Over-unders at 235.5. Both these teams, I guess, well, actually, the Kings, about 8 games over 500 here. Pacers, 5 games under.
Sorry, I mean, what a resurgent year for the
Kings. I
mean,
know.
you think about it. Since the Peja Stojakovic days, the Chris Webber days, I mean, it's been 20 years of losing. Mike Brown, the former Laker and Cavs coach, and was the Cavs coach when LeBron had them winning 60 games every year. He's done quite a job there, and the biggest reason being, and this is actually a reunion game. You had that big trade last season, Tyrese Halliburton for Domantas Sabonis. So Sabonis comes home here. He's been great for the Kings, really changed the whole team around. So that's going to be interesting. But give me the Kings here. I saw this Pacers team last night, and it's crazy because with Rick Carlisle, who won the championship with the Mavs, making a second stint in Indiana as the head coach, you would have thought that they would have been able to, turn them around, but just no way, just has not been able to do it. And for Miles Turner, all the talent they have, Halliburton, just not good enough. Give me the Kings here, easily covering that number. Michael Riled for Peja Stojakovic.
Longest NBA segment for
6 months. Well,
probably longer than that, honestly.
Probably longer, but honestly, that's what the week in between the Super Bowl is all about, right, Tony?
Yeah, covering the sports don't matter.
NHL All-Star break. But what do you think, Jay?
I'm going with the Kings.
Kings as well.
You can also get tickets as low as $11 for this game.
How crazy is that,
No,
guys?
but I can't believe with Sabonis coming back home, an All-Star, I can't believe that thing's not sold out.
I know.
All right, so we're both going Kings there. What do we got?
I'm strictly judging these games based on how much the tickets are going to cost.
Well, you're going to like this one because we have an uptick in the ticket price here.
Oh, no.
An uptick is for as much as $20 more. Count it, $31. You can go see the Washington Wizards at the Capital One Arena host the Portland Trail Blazers. Both teams hovering around 500. Trailblazers 1 game over, Wizards 1 game under, dude.
What's the line?
The line is -4 for Washington.
Give me Washington -4. Love what Porzingis is doing. When he's healthy, he's played looking like he's playing for the Knicks back in the day. Everyone was saying he was the next big thing. Portland constantly is disappointing. So I just think Beal, Porzingis, I think they'll find a way. Portland doesn't play any defense. And also Michael is riled from Mike Bibby, who actually was probably, if not my favorite, one of my favorite 3-point shooters of all time. Unbelievable. He even had a stint with the Knicks at the end of his career. I know Michael remembers that one. What do you think, though? Washington?
Give me the Trailblazers, man.
Blazers.
Taking the Trailblazers. Was it +4, right?
Yeah.
Give me them +4.
Yeah, I like that too, dude. Lillard, 50 burger.
50 burger, damn.
Yeah.
Poor organization.
Tickets as low as $31.
Yeah, think about that, dude.
I think that's because it's in the Washington, D.C. area.
Definitely, dude.
Yeah.
And it looks like, oh wait, no, tickets go back down after this next game.
Oh,
this next game is going to be the most expensive game of the night. 7:30 on NBA TV. You have the Boston Celtics in the TD Garden hosting the Phoenix Suns here. Obviously, we know about the Celtics. They're 37-15, 20-6 at home, having a Bruins-like season, I suppose. Boston's -9.5 points, over/under set at 222. Obviously, Tatum having a stellar year for Boston. The Suns, I guess, kind of a lackluster year for them. But what do you think?
Well, Booker's been out since Christmas. I think he's returning next week. I don't think he's going to be back for this one. Hence the 9.5 line. So I got to go with the Celtics. Obviously, not a big Boston guy, but there's no way with that team, the way they play at home, they're going to lose to the Suns without Booker.
You taking the point spread too?
The 9.5, yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Wow,
I'm going to agree with Barnes on this one.
Really?
Celtics are just like Boston's just a good sports town.
Really?
Very
Yeah,
good
it is
sports
great
town.
sports town. Great city in general, honestly.
Yeah. Great city.
Are you serious? Oh, well, yeah.
I do have a good time.
Disappointing.
Did have a
Very,
good time
very
on this
disappointing
one.
out of you.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
I've been there.
I know you've been there.
I guess what I would say is the only thing I'll give it is it's fun to go there for a Yankee Red Sox game, and then the just Lansdowne Street is good, but that's it. That's all I'm giving him. Nothing else. Terrible fans. I mean, I told you about the old lady, saying F me to me.
No, that's horrible. Yeah, with the
the
tip and
old
everything.
lady
It's
was
terrible.
cursing you
dude.
out?
Oh yeah, Jay didn't hear this one.
Yeah,
Oh
Brian
my
slapped
God.
her around afterwards.
That's awesome, Barnes.
So
Yes, put her in
I
her
was at
place.
the bar right across the street from Fenway. I'm wearing my
Uh-huh.
Aaron Judge jersey. Me and a couple of my buddies were just chilling at the bar, not even saying anything. And
Yeah.
she taps me on the shoulder and goes, "Hey, fuck you. Like literally like that. 65 years old. I'm not kidding. I'm not
Dan,
kidding.
she was
I
off.
just looked at her and I'm like, are you kidding?
She was off those Aperol spritz.
I mean,
Yeah,
Tony,
dude.
I mean,
No, that's outlandish.
absolute disrespect.
behavior.
That
This
is
the
so
A Judge
disrespectful.
jersey too? Are you kidding? No wonder he hit 62
yeah,
home runs. He
right?
saw that as a sign of disrespect.
All right.
I believe Michael has another comment.
Says it's so annoying how Boston sports are always just bouncing back before NYC teams.
I don't know, dude. New York is a bad sports town, and I kind of envy Boston in a way that they have just like undying love for all their teams.
But
Yeah,
I
admit.
would say though the best is ahead, and it's not about the past because you think about all the hope that we have. Giants had a great year.
Yeah.
Jets, I think, are ascending.
On the up.
Yankees and Mets are in the top teams of the league. The Rangers are due. They're close. So I
Islanders
think there's a
look
lot of
pretty good.
optimism. You know, the Islanders.
Devils look pretty
The
good.
Knicks are just that one big player away. I know we've been saying that for 20
There's
years.
so
but
many teams
Right.
in the New York area.
I-
They're
I-
bound.
I
One of
think
them's
we have a-
bound to be good.
I think
right?
we have a
Right.
brighter future. Honestly, I think the Patriots suck. I think the Red Sox suck. Obviously, the Celtics and Bruins are good, but they haven't done anything. So let's pump the brakes on that a little bit. All right, Tony.
I mean, I wouldn't say the Bruins haven't done anything.
Yeah, I'm talking about
Like
this
this season,
rendition. And also,
um,
wasn't that title like 10 years ago?
The what?
The last time the
Bruins.
Bruins was it 10 years ago?
No, maybe like 8 or something. But I will say, I'm just saying, like, as a city perspective, I mean, I've been to Boston. Great food, great bars. It's a good time, dude.
What's the next one?
Quincy Market's awesome.
Quincy Market is dope, dude. I've had I've had better Italian food in Boston than I have in Connecticut.
What's
I
the
can tell you, dude.
What's the next game? Tony, at least give me a chuckle or
All
something.
right,
out
next
of that.
game, dude. Next game, where am I? ESPN tab. Oh wow, dude.
Raptors,
By the way,
Rockets.
tickets for the TD Garden, $70, dude.
As low as $70.
As low as $70.
So that's the low. If you want to go to,
you can get
the
cursed out for
Celtics
$70,
game, yeah, you can go
dude.
get cursed out for $70.
But next game here, tickets are back down to $11.
Wow, bro.
You can probably,
It's the market.
you
It's
can
the
probably
market.
honestly at this point fly to Houston, get a ticket, and it'll probably be cheaper than driving to Boston and buying a ticket for the Celtics. Honestly. Anyway, Houston Rockets hosting the Toronto Raptors, dude.
I would love a comparison.
Both teams, I mean, Raptors 23-30 here, but 8-18 on the road. Rockets 8-17 at home. Toronto giving 7.5 points here. Over under at 225, Brian.
This is
cur-
interesting, but
This is like a
Rockets
shit game.
with a lot of young talent. The Raptors on the road, especially, no reason to have any type of respect. I think 7.5 is ridiculous. So I think
Wow.
Raptors win, Rockets cover that 7.5.
Oh yeah, that's a good bet, Barnes.
There we
Great
go.
bet.
There we go.
I think the Rockets are just desperate enough. They're going to come out with a win here,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
or
I think
at
so.
least a close game.
Yeah, I would say so, dude. Who's that guy? Sengun?
Yeah, Sengun. They have Green. They have a couple different guys.
Interesting.
$11.
$11 for a ticket, dude.
Where's
It's
this
so
game? In
stu-
Houston?
In Houston, dude.
Yeah.
I would go if I was around that area.
It's crazy how quick the dynamic of that team's changed.
The
They were so
Rockets?
exciting with Harden.
Oh,
They
yeah.
had CP3.
Yeah.
Even Dwight when he was actually
Mhm.
somewhat of a player.
Now they're
Yeah.
like rebuilding.
Yeah.
And they had Jeremy Lin for a little bit.
Jeremy Lin stealing them from the Knicks.
Yeah, dude. Crazy. Next game here. We go to Minnesota,
Minnesota.
Tickets for as low as $15 here at Target Center in Minneapolis as the Timberwolves take on the Orlando Magic, dude. Magic, not great road record here. 7-19 as the Timberwolves. Decent enough home record, 19-11 as their 28-26 of the season here.
Mhm.
Minnesota giving 5 points here.
Really?
Player to watch for them would be Anthony Edwards, actually, averaging just under 25 points per game. And the over-under set for this game is 229.5.
So bonus pick, definitely take the over. But Minnesota, they have not figured it out with all those young guys, and they keep bringing more of them in. I love what Banchero does. I don't think Michael likes him because I think he plays the same position as
Bol
Bull, which ironically enough, he just commented about. But yeah,
point,
give me the
Michael, on
Magic
point.
here
On
outright.
cue, baby.
But
Never
sprinkle a
misses a
little
cue.
on the money line,
Never
but the
misses a
plus
cue,
5 is
Michael.
a smart way to go. But and the over as the bonus pick. What do you think, Jay?
Just a sprinkle on the money line. Don't put your life savings on it.
All right,
But the tickets, tickets. You got to look at the ticket price. $15 a ticket. It's crazy.
Okay, dude.
Give me the Timberwolves.
wow,
Yeah.
okay.
Minnesota, baby.
Give me the
Great hockey
Timberwolves.
town.
Great.
Edwards
hockey
is
town.
great, but they just don't have it together for whatever reason.
Also, Michael Theophil also says Rockets are a mess, Brian. Apparently, Green and KCP are wild, and there is no leadership in Houston all the way up to the owner, dude.
Steven Silas, I think is the
Top
coach.
to bottom, just an absolute shit show, says
Mark
Michael.
Jackson, Michael. Mark
Just a
Jackson. Have him coach that
dramatic
team.
league.
Have him coach that team. 50-win team next year. I know you're going to D up, have that old Nick mentality from the 90s. Let's go. Fertitta, he owns Landry's food group or whatever.
Interesting.
But, you know, he
He's a loser.
You lose Jimmy Harden, that's it.
Yeah. Next game, dude?
Yeah, next game. 2 more.
All right, we are in the 8 o'clock time slot. We've been actually for the past 2 games. I didn't mention that. It doesn't matter though, because we are going to San Antonio, baby. AT&T Center in Texas. Second game in Texas. Wow, if you're in Texas, what a basketball night, huh, dude? The Spurs 14-38, 9-20 at home, are going to be playing the 76ers as they stroll in here and try and I guess keep up with the Boston Celtics here. 13-9 on the road, 33-17 overall. Philly is getting 10 points here, over under 233.5. Just talking about Embiid. I know Brian's taking Embiid in the Sixers.
Yeah, all I would say is honestly,
Sixers too.
a couple of things here. First, yeah, obviously give me the Sixers, and I was going to say the Sixers G League team could beat the Spurs right now.
Wow.
And I have to say I'm very disappointed in Coach Greg Popovich because you think the end's near in terms of his coaching career, but to see him flat out tank like this, to have atrocious records the last couple of years, I honestly can't believe it. I know they're trying to get the French point guard, but it's embarrassing. It really is. And I think the Sixers, they're due. They speak of Harden, they have Harden with Embiid, with Seth Curry. They should be pretty good. So they're another team that in this very deep Eastern Conference that could win a title.
Jason?
No, I'm going with the
Sixers. Yeah.
The Big Macs, dude.
Of course.
What do we got for the last game?
All right, our next game, 9 o'clock. I don't know who's watching this. Tickets as low as $20.
Hell yeah.
The Utah Jazz in Utah in the Vivint Arena. What's Vivint, Brian? You know?
I don't know. Actually.
Don't know. I know that sounds crazy, dude.
I think it's like a TV, like technology type of company.
Yeah.
So they make TVs, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Vivint.
Oh, yeah. I think I may have seen one of those one day in my life. Utah Jazz are
They're huge
hosting
out in Utah, Tony. You
the
wouldn't know.
Hawks here in Salt Lake City. Both teams, it looks like Jazz 27-26, Hawks 26-26, looking to get above that 500. Utah Jazz getting -1.5 points.
I have to say, think about they traded Gobert, they traded Mitchell.
Mhm.
Everyone thought they would be the worst team in the league. Oh, they're going to load up on draft picks, get the French point guard. But here they are. They're in the playoffs right now.
Right.
Unbelievable job out of them. Lauri Markkanen's having a good season, making the All-Star team. So you got to give him credit there. I always liked him. And then just as far as the Hawks, and I think I spoke to this yesterday, but it's unbelievable. You have Trae Young, one of the best players in the league. And the fact, too, that you traded Luka Doncic for Trae Young, draft day trade. But the fact
That's
that
killer.
all
That
you
is
do,
killer.
you're just spiraling backwards. And I don't understand it. So I got to go with the Jazz. I don't know. The Hawks just don't have it, despite DeJounte Murray. Love DeJounte Murray, but it's not enough. And I don't know if it's the inconsistency, lack of leadership out of Trae Young as to why they can't take the next step. Everyone thought after they beat the Knicks playoffs a couple years ago, they would be the next big thing. Clearly hasn't happened.
Wow, dude. Apparently not expecting a defensive game here. Highest over-under set for this game, 241.
That is the
Under.
highest.
Under?
It's
You
too
think so?
crazy. Too
Too
crazy.
crazy?
I'm going to go with the under here, too.
240,
But-
you need 60 points a quarter and then some.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
taking the Hawks, too. Too close to
Well,
to
I took the
compare.
Jazz.
I know you did. I know you did,
Oh, you
Barnes.
said, I thought you, okay. No, go ahead.
I know you did. I know you did.
Brian's doing some
I
work.
know.
It's okay. So that'll do it basically for our NBA
Fading
segment.
Barnes here.
9 o'clock late game. Again, dude,
I might be asleep by
to
then.
compete. No, you're not, dude. I'm gonna make sure you're awake, Jason.
I got a big
Skills
day tomorrow.
competition, 9-7. What?
Got a big day tomorrow.
Yeah, no, we do have a big day tomorrow.
Lots of drinking. Going on, lots of
Well,
sports.
what's going on tomorrow?
So tomorrow, the Six Nations tournament
Yes.
has started
Rugby.
this weekend. It starts off. It's a rugby tournament.
Yep.
Is that the thing that like a couple years ago Prince Harry was like speaking at? Like they had one in England or no? It's like a big.
Oh, I don't know. It's not necessarily held in one place.
Okay.
It's just like at the time when this tournament was made, which was I don't know, probably in like the
Years ago.
1920s, 1890s,
Yeah,
probably,
hundreds of
dude.
years ago.
Basically, they just wanted to get together the 6 most competitive countries, national rugby teams that are in a certain vicinity. So it's England, Ireland,
Ireland,
Wales,
Wales.
Scotland, Italy, France. And those 6 teams, and there's not, yes, that's 6, Jason, count it. And they don't, it's not like at a neutral location. They each play each other at their home field and stuff like that. Goes on for a few weekends, starts tomorrow. And of course, because it's overseas, just like any soccer match and everything, it's on at like fucking 9:30 in the morning, a noon match. But we were talking, the Castle on Black Rock is having like a nice like rugby lunch thing going on.
Yeah. You get Irish breakfast
nice.
and a
Yeah,
pint of Guinness for $20.
Yeah. So it's nice. Yeah, it's nice to, they don't obviously televise rugby a lot, so it's nice to go to a place that that knows what rugby is and to watch. And
now is
kinda
it
hang out,
a combination, or is tomorrow strictly a beer day?
It's gonna be strictly beer day for me at least.
Because to kind of couple
we're also
the Six Nations tournament. Harrison and Andy had bought season tickets to the Sacred Heart hockey.
Very excited
season
for this.
tickets.
So you guys are going tomorrow.
It's my first time in the new arena, dude. Tomorrow night.
Very excited,
dude. I'm super pumped to see what it's like, dude. I've heard great things, dude. The broadcast has been super cool. I watched the first broadcast on SNY. It looks great. Jay, you've been there?
No, it's my first time too.
Oh, our first time. Let's go, dude.
We should vlog it.
Yo, honestly, we definitely should. Maybe we bring a camera.
We should.
No, that would be a lot of fun,
dude.
It'll definitely be a lot of
We
fun.
can give live updates.
Tony, I'm getting a little nervous that we're not going to get to go to a Ranger game this year. We got to make that happen. We got to figure this out soon.
Someone just asked me too. If like one, he was like, "Dude, you been to a Ranger game this season?" I was like, "No, dude, you're overdue."
Like, can we just at least say that next week definitively we'll decide on a game?
Okay, let's do that. Yeah, we can do that.
We can talk about it on Gaming Corner.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
So yeah. Oh, and so there's 8 games here. I'm just kind of curious. We did this last time. What is your prediction? I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say 5-3. What's your guess, Tony? On the picks.
Actually,
the picks we just did.
Yeah.
5-3 is 8, right? So,
yep.
Dude, I'm not gonna go 50%. 4-4. Let's go.
What do you think, Jay?
Give me 5-3.
5-3. All right. So that's interesting. And then just a couple of things here to kind of wrap it up. The first, I just wanted to do an update.
Before we do update, I think you're going to Pebble Beach.
Yeah, we are going to Pebble Beach.
Comment from Michael first. After he says, at Philly games, if the team misses 2 free throws, the whole stadium gets free ice cream.
Imagine if Shaq played for the Sixers.
Dude, that is awesome. Then he says, Lauri Markkanen, all-star. Good for him. He's what KP was supposed to be.
Very good, Michael.
And he says apparently people hate playing with Trey.
Ooh.
I could see. It seems like he has kind of an attitude.
He jacks shots, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't he kind of good at jacking shots a little bit?
Sometimes it's 7 for 25.
Indigo says jazz hands, bang, dude. And then Michael C. Theophil says, thanks for the invite. I don't know why she said jazz hands specifically.
No, jazz hands for the Jazz.
Did someone? Oh, maybe.
For the
Oh,
Jazz.
no, I'm talking about thanks for the invite. Is he talking about the hockey game?
Oh, he's probably talking about, I would imagine, Castle on Black Rock, which he knows he's invited to.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Especially, dude, like for lunch too, dude.
Noon,
and we've been talking about going there since it opened because it used to be that fucking Forza place.
Yeah, that place was
was
okay.
You went to the Forza place?
Yeah, it was all right. I went once with Bray. But
that sounds horrible.
We
dude.
should totally go to the castle, man. It's a great spot. I don't know if he's been there before.
I don't think he's ever been there.
You've been there.
I've been there once.
Me.
I've never eaten there
there
though.
No.
Really good food, dude.
Yeah, I'm excited to get lunch,
shepherd's
dude.
pie there.
Oh, dude.
I was going to ask you guys, combined between the two of you, over under 40 tomorrow.
How many beers?
Yeah.
Combined.
Yeah.
I do have to drive.
There's something called Uber, Jay.
Under. I don't know. Yeah.
Tony?
Honestly,
Under.
no, I think it's gonna go over. Dude.
Yeah. It's a long day. Like,
It's a very
really
day.
long day. You're starting at noon, realistically, right?
Yeah.
And then,
and then like after, because Harris is bringing his whole family to the game.
Yeah.
So like he wanted to go
3
to
people.
like 2 roads before. So like I don't know. I just feel like it could get kind of up there, dude. And then plus the game too. I mean, I'm probably not gonna drink a lot at the game because
like 1 or 2 at the game.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
It's a sold out.
Yeah,
it's a
but
sold
then
out
there's,
game.
like post game.
But 1 or 2 at the game turns into 5. I mean, very quickly.
It does.
very
It's
true,
a
Vaughn.
slippery slope,
Very
Ryan.
true.
No, and then,
It really is.
I'm not gonna get any food at the game either. It's like,
No.
10 in. I don't know if you're gonna remember you said that.
Oh yeah.
Um,
And actually,
Utah Jazz
he
basketball
says-
future is bright Indigo, by the way. Utah.
Michael
of
says
picks,
no.
young players.
He doesn't want Castle. Okay.
But he wants you to vlog
he wants to
the
vlog at the
hockey
hockey stadiums.
Yes, Mike.
Hey
course.
man, obviously I would love to go to a game as a crew, not just like
game. To a Ranger game, Tony.
no.
No, I would
to
go to one of those
Martiri.
games too.
Yeah,
Did
like
the season just start or
no, they're like more
The
than halfway
stadium just
through,
opened.
dude.
So is there ample opportunity to get all of us to a game?
4 or 5 more games, maybe 5
I
more
mean, if we
games.
could do
4.
that in a Ranger game, that would be nice.
and
Maybe
I'm-
if we could finagle the tickets out of Harrison.
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty sure it might be hard to get tickets because I was talking to the
They
broadcasting
were
crew.
sold out.
The game's sold out for
Yeah.
Saturday. Like you cannot
That's
go,
nuts.
which is so ridiculous.
Everybody
Who are they-
wants to see the new stadium.
Yeah, who are
Yeah,
they
for
playing?
sure.
Who they play?
AIC.
Who is
American
that?
Institute. Is it
Of
American?
cooking?
No,
American
not-
Institute of Cooking?
No.
AIC?
Dude, that would be
No.
sick. Dude. Imagine if American Institute of Cooking had like a really good hockey team
That'd be hilarious. They have a rugby
cooking up
team.
the ice, dude.
I'm not sure what it is.
I'm actually pumped tomorrow. I haven't done it all off season, believe it or not. You know, me with the golf, 3 times a week during the summer.
Oh, it's American International College.
International.
Oh shit, dude! I
But
feel
I'm-
like Canadian
I
players.
did it
probably.
once last year. I'm doing the golf simulator at Chelsea Piers in Stanford.
Oh, that's fun, dude.
So 1
nice,
o'clock
dude.
tee time, and it's perfect because
That's
the
hilarious.
base
So, like,
1 to 3,
yeah.
and then NHL All Star game after.
Perfect.
That's so.
What were you
perfect,
gonna
dude.
ask?
How does that work? The golf simulator.
So they have any course you can imagine right there, and you just
but like it's just like you hit the ball, the
It-
simulator takes you to your ball.
yeah, they just simulate.
you just kinda
what
go
the
through
ball
the
flight would
course?
be. Yeah, and
That's
even
pretty
with
dope.
the putting and stuff, and obviously it's not gonna be 100%, but it's the best thing we have to work with wintertime. I mean, it's gonna be 2 degrees
Tomorrow.
at the low tomorrow.
Yeah,
so
Well, I mean, you could
yeah.
just fly down to Naples right now and go golfing, dude.
yes, Tony, I could do that, but I'm not. So this is what I have to work with.
I heard actually tickets to around South Carolina, North Carolina, pretty cheap. Avella.
Yeah.
Wait,
Avila.
really?
We're going tomorrow.
going,
Let's
let's
go.
go, dude, let's go.
You don't need to go to that rugby thing and the hockey game. Let's just go to North Carolina. Play some golf, Tony. Play some golf.
That'd be nice too.
Speaking of golf, the round
What a
1
segue.
leader yesterday, Hank Laboda, Tony, a 63, leading the way here. Kurt Katayama tied with Chad Ramey and Harry Hall at 7 under par, 1 shot back. Is it just me, Tony, or is it almost every tournament we pick our guys? The leaders are always people that we've never heard of.
Yeah, but sometimes the guys come back.
No, they do come
Yeah,
back, but
yeah.
I'm saying, why is it that the unheralded guys always come out hot? Like, what is the reason for that?
That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe it's. I mean, I think maybe it has something to do with like cockiness or like just think they're hot shit. They're gonna be good from the rip. They don't want to take enough warm shots. Takes them a little while to warm up actually and get in the feel of things. Mental thing.
True. And I think too, though, for the vets, they've been there before. They know it's a 4-day tournament where it's like, I'm going to just get a number on the board. I'm
Oh,
just
yeah,
not
you
going to
think so?
blow up, be very
Wow.
conservative, not take any chances. Could see that. And that's
Yeah,
actually
that's-
what
I like that.
our picks did yesterday. Tom Hoagie and Jordan Spieth both firing -1 scores yesterday. So tied for 61st. So need a good performance. Otherwise, they could be on the outside looking in. But I do expect both of them to, have good second rounds here. And we got to remember too, this isn't your normal 2-round cut. We got the 3-round cut. So going to be interesting to see what happens. And I saw Aaron Rodgers is at this golf tournament for the amateur side.
You hear
and
he's not going to San Fran?
I was just going to mention that. Yeah, they interviewed him. He said he could just rule out he's not going to San Fran.
Mhm.
Josh Allen there. I'm sure he wishes he was preparing for the Super Bowl.
Oh,
Right.
So they get riled there. I would say it's probably the second most celebrity attended pro-am other than Lake Tahoe. Boy, have you seen that Lake Tahoe setup?
Gorgeous. Yeah, I've seen it.
Unbelievable. Because they had the hockey game in the same spot.
Yeah, they did. It was gorgeous.
I
But
hear
in the
Lake
s-
Tahoe is beautiful.
But in the
especially
summer,
in
all
winter.
the boats lined up on the golf course. I mean, what more could you ask for?
That's sweet.
Yeah.
That's like prime country club vibes.
Yeah. 100%. So it'll be interesting to see over the weekend, who, wins this tournament. I'm sure
Mhm.
it won't be any guys in the top 3. That's just how it kind of seems to always work. But definitely interesting. Nevertheless, I guess the only other thing you were going to mention something, Jay, about the Pro Bowl and everything they're doing for that, how that's the flag football.
Oh yeah, I mean like there's I saw some clips from last night and like they were playing like dodgeball, which I've seen
that happened
I've
last
seen
night?
before.
Yeah, what the hell is that, dude?
I don't know. I just think the Pro Bowl for the NFL is kind of a joke. Like, yeah, it's an honor to be voted into the Pro Bowl, especially if you're like a rookie or something. But like, I just feel like no one takes it seriously. Like
Wait,
they
what
used to.
was the skills contest yesterday?
There was like
I have no idea.
they were like
dude.
doing some kind of
There's like some golf thing they did too, I guess.
Oh, they're ripping it off from NHL.
yeah, something. I don't know. But Derek Carr was there yesterday. and he kind of dropped a hint about where he was going.
What did he say?
He was saying something about like couldn't take the heat, so that's why I'm going where it's cold or something like that. So I wonder what that means.
Couldn't take the heat. That's where. Oh, jeez.
Jersey,
Jets.
I really hope not.
East
Tony,
Rutherford.
please tell me he's not coming. To
I
the Jets.
hope he's not coming to the
I
Jets.
mean, I don't think Rodgers is going to the Jets.
I think
No,
he
but-
is though.
You think who? Rodgers?
Rodgers is,
Yeah, so
yeah.
do I. I mean, serious, not contrarian here. Who do you think they're going to get, Tony? Honestly, as quarterback.
Oh, man. I mean, obviously, they're going to go for Rodgers for sure.
But you think they're going to stub their toe for whatever reason with that?
I think that. Well, I mean, whatever happens ends up happening with where Rodgers wants to go. But if that doesn't follow through, like, I mean, I think they would pursue Derek. They had to pursue somebody.
But
Mhm.
the thing that pains me so much is, and I know Carr would be a big upgrade, but I feel like we go with Rodgers, and it feels like first year he could come in, we could win a Super Bowl, which seems insane. I get it, Jets haven't won a Super Bowl, whatever many years. But I feel like with Carr, it's like, well, we could get a wild card spot and then lose in the first round. I mean, that's what I feel like the difference is. Am I wrong, Jay?
No, I completely agree with you. I feel like Aaron Rodgers is his like own thing, and like Derek Carr is like some kind of I'm trying to say like a dollar store Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. I mean, what
He's
is
lesser.
what is the ceiling
That's
in
what
your
I'm
eyes,
saying.
Tony? If Carr comes to town, honestly, what's the best result you could see possible
For the Jets?
Yeah.
If Derek Carr
In a
came-
great offseason all around him, like as good as possible.
they beef up the line.
And they sign him as a free agent, gets released, they don't have to trade, anything for him.
No cap space
Yeah.
taken up.
Best result.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible they could win a Super Bowl with him. It's certainly
Derek
possible,
Carr.
dude. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He stays healthy and he bangs
And
it, dude.
There were rumors that the
Yeah.
Jets were going to pick up David Bakhtiari from the
Packers.
From the Packers.
Yeah, the tackle. I mean, that would be nice.
I mean, like if they do that, then like it just kind of all signs lead to Aaron Rodgers.
And I
right?
just feel
Am
like
I
too,
wrong?
they did not bring in Nathaniel Hackett to not get Aaron Rodgers. I mean, because what are they
Yeah.
going to do with them if they don't get Rodgers?
I know. It's just like it makes sense if he's on the market. Like, why wouldn't you go with something that Nathaniel Hackett's like familiar with? You know?
They're going to get ripped to shreds, honestly. But I do think they're going to end up just pulling the trigger. And I do think the Brady retirement hurt a little bit because now the Raiders probably want Rodgers too. So I think at least they're going to have to give up 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, it's definitely whatever they pick is definitely going to be ridiculed for weeks by the NFL media and just like the Jets fans in general.
Right. Indigo with some comments about Pebble Beach.
She enjoyed Pebble Beach. She says it's where they have car shows for Lexus and other cars, and she thinks Pebble Beach is beautiful.
There we go.
Which is
Thank you,
is
Indigo.
correct, dude. It is.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Definitely got to make it out there.
Yeah, Jay.
But
You're out there right now, dude.
what's on the horizon, Tony, today?
So today, dude, we got a very special day. Manny actually will be coming into studio. So probably closer to 1:00. We're gonna have a screen time episode. We're gonna break down. James Gunn had a little announcement for DC and what to look forward to in terms of the DC cinematic universe. So we're gonna break that down, watch a couple trailers, be talking, hanging out, dude. It'd be a great time.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But I have to say, Jay, once again, what a fun time, huh?
Dude, love coming on. Thanks for
Yeah.
having me. I love downtime. I love
I
sports.
feel like at this point moving forward, you're going to be like 80 to 90%, barring that you're not on some trip here on Friday. It feels like
yes, yeah, that's for sure.
So that's awesome.
This is part of my schedule now. It's in it's in the books.
Tony,
Found
are
this,
you
dude.
loving it, sir?
Oh, of course I'm loving it, dude. You get to hang out with Jay, a little extra, dude. Plus, he's in here for screen time too. It's a nice day with Jay. Dude.
Yeah.
I got
How could you not like that?
nice day with Jay.
So yeah, screen time is going to be great, and then obviously we're back at it again on Monday. I'm really pumped for Gaming Corner, Tony.
For Monday, yeah,
Yeah.
me too, dude.
What's your prediction? Who's winning? Let's say between me and you.
You guys play
Probably
more
you.
Gears of War?
No, we're playing NBA 2K
With NHL after.
with NHL.
Do I
after.
have a shot in NHL to beat either you or Michael?
I don't think so. I think it's gonna be Michael's day on Monday. It's gonna be Michael's victorious day on
Clean
Monday.
sweep on
dude.
everything.
Yeah, probably.
And can we stay within 10 of him for 2K?
Probably not. I mean,
Oh,
I definitely. I've only played like twice in my life,
yeah.
you know,
2K 's
like,
tough,
and it's
man.
tough, dude. If you know the controls and everything, like,
Yeah,
you have a clear advantage. Not to mention, Michael's a basketball mind to begin with.
true.
Yeah. I'm going to say, though, I'm not like promising anything, but I think I have a shot just one game to beat him, honestly. I'll see how he plays first game. He'll probably win by 30. But then I'll just feel like I'll kind of notice, all right, he's doing, because I feel like, especially the really good 2K players, they have like one thing that they just dominate on that you can't
Right.
stop. And if you just focus on making him do something else, just saying, conceivable. Like, I think a thing that they do defensively, Tony, constantly stealing the ball because they notice, okay, you want to just dump the ball from the post? I'm going to put my guy right in the middle there and steal it every time. So don't do that. Do something else. No, Jay?
Yeah. No, I agree.
I feel like right now Mike is watching or listening wherever he is, and there's a fire starting, like right here. And come Monday, that fire is going to be projected out onto you, and there's going to be no shot.
I'm just saying one time. I'm not saying I'm the champion, but I'm just saying one game. I got you, buddy.
Oh man.
No.
Oh, Indigo says Jay's shirt is disgusting.
Oh yeah. So don't invite me to your pool party, Indigo.
Oh man.
boy.
But honestly, what a day, what a show, what a week. So really appreciate everybody tuning in and continuing to comment, like, and subscribe, checking out the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Costume, the merch, downtimetv.com. I want everybody to enjoy screen time, enjoy the games, enjoy the weekend, and we will see you on Monday.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do.